Broadcasting oneself over the airwaves and internet has become a lot easier over the last 10 years. Companies and individuals can now present their viewpoints and products through any number of communication methods. These include email, blogging, advertising, and so much more. But how can anyone create great content that reaches thousands and maybe even millions? One of the best methods that has developed in the last 6 years for expressing and sharing content is podcasting. Podcasting is, by definition, a recorded audio broadcast that is designed to be played whenever and with whatever the user likes. This technology phenomenon is currently crossing the world, with thousands of companies and individuals having the opportunity to create unique and popular content. What's great about this medium is that pretty much anyone can create content as long as they have a microphone, a computer, and an internet connection. And this freedom has so much potential. Podcasting is a great medium for both hobbyist podcasters and companies to use and to create material. Hobbyists can use it to express and explore their own interests, as well as meet people, gain experience, and just have fun. Meanwhile, businesses can use the medium to create content, give themselves a voice for their audience, and even allow potential customers to sample their content in order to see if they enjoy it. But that's only the beginning for podcasts' potential. Radio shows are able to spread their content past the original broadcast date. Nonprofits and organizations can give quick updates on their projects and items. The possibilities are endless. However, the experience and professionalism behind a lot of podcasts scares many into saying no to trying to create similar content, since they feel like they're not up to the industry standard. However, podcasting is a lot easier than you could ever think. There are award-winning podcasts that are done with the simplest possible setup and are enjoyed by thousands of people. Besides, if people are interested in the content, then they'll listen, whether or not your content was recorded in a professional studio or your basement. But before we get into the method of podcast, let's explore the history of podcasting. Podcasting history. Like all technological marvels, podcasting is built upon a foundation of technological steps that developed over many years. The first development necessary for podcasting was the Internet. The Internet was originally invented in the late 70s, early 80s by a number of universities who wanted to make it easy to transfer information between them. However, the most important development for podcasting was the creation of Internet Transmission Control Protocol. This technical development allowed audio to be transferred over the Internet. The next notable development in computing technologies was the serial port microphone, which allowed audio to be recorded on a computer easily. This recording technique also required a universal file style, which allowed the creators to make the MP3, which is the universal standard for audio files. Website developments allowed for the creation of the web blog, or blog as we currently know it. When companies developed blogging software, they also created really simple syndication, or RSS feeds, which allow for updates to be streamed out to the numerous websites. While the idea of releasing online radio shows or doing audio blogging was not a new idea, the concept of podcasts made this idea mainstream. The podcasting revolution was originally started by MTV VJ Adam Curry in 2004. Curry stirred the pot by broadcasting his own recorded online radio show called The Daily Source Code. Future podcast celebrities like tech TV creator Leo Laporte or wannabe radio DJ Brian Abbott were inspired by Curry's technological move, so they each began their own podcasts as well. Laporte would go on to start one of the greatest podcast networks ever made, Twit.tv, while Abbott would host his show, Coverville, for over 7 years and record over 800 episodes. Moreover, all of this activity was at a point where the term podcast hadn't even been developed. The term was introduced in a column written by Ben Hammersley of the UK Guardian. He wrote a report on this movement of online radio shows and was offering up a list of terms that could describe this movement. Podcast was simply the one that stuck around.